Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to pick out the best hot glue gun for yourself, and hopefully that'll give you some tips and show you a few cards I got as gifts. I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, before I go into my hot glue gun, I just thought I'd show you some cards I got. These were from my friend Janice. She made them for me so that I could give them for Halloween. I thought they were really cute. Sweet. And then Rich got a card from our niece who doesn't make cards. And just because you don't make cards doesn't mean you can't send them to people. And I love that our niece sent Rich this one because she knows how much we love dogs. And I don't know if you know, but Rich had his hip replaced. He's doing really, really well. And hopefully on the 20th, when we go back to see his surgeon, he'll get the okay to do a lot more stuff than he's doing currently. Currently, he's just getting in trouble with me, mainly doing things he's not supposed to do. And lastly, another card from my niece because I'm turning 60 on the 22nd. And that's a big day, I guess. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. And then I want to show you this too. I'm not sure, but I think my friend Janice sent me this. I might be wrong. I could be making it up, but it's a bookmark. And if any of you have any interest in me showing you how to make this, it's cool because what you do is you put it over a page in your book. I'll just do it with a card. You do it like this. You open it up and you put it over a page, and then you put the magnet in. So let's talk about how to buy a glue gun for yourself. There are tons of glue guns on the market, and I have bought so many bad ones I can't even tell you. But I finally bought one that I think covers all of my criteria and makes me happy. And I'll show you the packaging. I just bought this at Joann's. Looks like this. It's from Gorilla Glue, and it's a dual temp mini glue gun. Now, some of the things that I want in a glue gun is I want the option of dual temperatures. That means if you want it to be super hot so that it'll really adhere to thick, big things like, I don't know, wood, things that you're going to adhere together with something else, you'd want it on that hotter setting. But if you want something that isn't so hot, like maybe on paper, then you could use the lower setting. So right here on the bottom it says LH, low, high. I have it on high right now. One of the other things that's important to me on a glue gun is this little thing here. Now, I know that all glue guns have this, but here's the thing that you probably don't know. Some glue guns have this permanently in this position, and if they do, and you're trying to do some really close-up work, that's going to get in your way. So the fact that it gets out of my way, that's important to me. I like a small tip. When you're doing crafts that don't require a small tip, that's fine. But I would rather have a small tip than a large tip because I primarily do things with paper products, or cardboard. So I don't really need the big tip applicator. With that being said, I also don't think I need to have the full-size glue sticks. Now, I bought this. This was one of those buys that you think to yourself, oh, this is the greatest idea ever. Yeah, well, it wasn't. Anyway, here's what it is. It's a holster, they call it. You can see it's a hobby holster. And what you're supposed to do with it, theoretically, I'm going to just tell you the theoretical part of this. What you're supposed to do is you are supposed to be able to put this part on the edge. Hold on, I'll put it on this so you can kind of get the idea. You were supposed to be able to put this on the edge of a table. Now keep in mind, this is the idea. This part is silicone, so it's going to stick, theoretically. It didn't. So it kept falling off. And what you were supposed to do, I'm going back to theoretically, you were supposed to be able to have that sit on your table with no problem whatsoever while your glue gun is in this little holster slot. That didn't work because it kept coming off. You had to put something heavier to hold this part on, even though it was supposed to adhere to things because it's silicone. Didn't work, as I said. What I use it for is to hold my glue sticks and my glue gun and I just kind of put it like this in one of those carts, the 3-tier carts. I just kind of sit it in there. Clearly, it doesn't hang off the edge like it says it would. The other thing it's handy for, though, is that you can put your glue gun right there, and it if it does drip glue, then it's going to drip it onto the silicone and it'll come off. But let me talk about another thing that you'll want in a glue gun. You want a glue gun that doesn't really drip glue, and this one, so far, I played with it the other day, and so far it hasn't dripped glue, where my other ones seem to, when they're sitting in this position, seem to just kind of ooze glue out the front. Don't know why, but they do. This one doesn't seem to do that, and I had it on low setting the last time I played with it and high setting this time. The other thing that I like about this one is when it's on the high setting, and I'm going to make some things just so that you can see what you can do with glue, with hot glue. One of the things that I like about this is when it's on the high setting, it's easy for me to pull the trigger. When it's on the low setting, it's not as easy to pull the trigger. You need to know that if you have hand, wrist strength issues like I do, because when I had it on the low setting and I tried to do this before, I struggled. So here's something you can do with a hot glue gun that maybe you didn't know. If you put your hot glue gun right onto your paper, or not paper, right onto your silicone piece, or a craft mat, or something that is heat, that will handle heat, you can sit there and make these little, we'll call them fake enamel dots. Now, if you're in a very humid or hot and humid area, this probably will not work for you, but because I live in a cold climate, it works really well, unless it's summer and it's humid, and then I don't have the same, I seem to get strings and balls that, you know, they don't, my balls aren't rounded, they're more, I can't explain it, they just don't look right. So you can see I made all different sizes, and they do self-round, and this is just with basic glue. This is not a glue stick that's made specifically for anything in particular. It's just a multi-temp glue stick. That's the other thing you need to look for. When you buy your glue sticks, you have to buy it. There are two things you need to look for. I'm going to move this out of the way. You need to look for this mini size and multi-temp if you buy this kind of glue gun. And I've had issues when I didn't buy the right glue stick, so I'm telling you, make sure you check that it's the mini size and multi-temp. The other thing that I think is important is this one. It says non-yellowing. I've had glue sticks that with time they started to turn a little bit yellow, but these ones say they won't, so I'm excited about that. I haven't used these yet because I bought something else I wanted to show you, because I didn't know if you knew that they sold these kinds of things. Hold on, I'm going to put my glue gun down so I can show you this. If you're not from the U.S., Joann's is one of our bigger craft stores, and they had a sale on all of the Joann's glue sticks or hot glue products, hot glue sticks slash hot glue in general, not the actual guns, but these were half off. So the SureBonder was with the Joann's, and I thought, oh, what are the odds that's actually on sale? It's probably not, but it was. So I got this stick, which is, I'm going to tell you how long it is. It's 60 inches long for $1.99. Now, I don't think $1.99 is necessarily a great price for this, but the reason I bought it is if you've ever made albums or anything where you've needed a lot of hot glue and you have to keep shoving it in, shoving in, shoving in, shoving in the glue sticks, it makes you crazy. So I bought this because I'm going to be making an album for our great niece who's a freshman in college, and I thought it'd be fun to make her a college album. No, that's not going to go in there. Anyway, that's what it's called, SureBonder glue roll. It's just called a glue roll, the longer one. Let me go back to this for a second. I wanted to show you one more thing about these. Now that I've got them and they're dried, I just thought I would show you something else you can do with them because some people, well, let me take one off so you can see it. They're really easy to get off of silicone or a craft mat of any kind. I'm going to put it on my finger so you can see it. See how cool it is? Okay, so then let's say that you have, in my case, I'm just going to use mica powder. This is LA Colors eyeshadow that you get at the Dollar General. And I wanted to show you this because in case you wondered what you can do with these besides use just plain white, you're going to find out really fast the easy way. And then all you're going to do is you can do this with any kind of eyeshadow. Let's say you have, oh my brushes, this isn't the right brush. Let's say you have any kind of eyeshadow that you like that's really sparkly. You can just use a brush from that and it won't ruin your eyeshadow if you don't take it back and forth. I don't know if it would transfer anything, but just so to avoid risking that, I don't think you want to risk it. This will turn them into a pink pearlized dot for on your projects. See how pretty it is? And that's all it took to do it. And you know, when you buy these enamel dots or the dots in general, you know how expensive these things are. Think of how many you can make with your glue gun and a little bit of eyeshadow. There's the pink ones. Now, if you wanted to, you could also use reinker, and you can put reinker in a baggie, in a little wee baggie, because you don't need much, and you take a bunch of these that you've finished that are already cooled, and you're going to put them in your baggie with your reinker, and it will change the color of them. It'll make them darker, and if you color them more than once, then they'll be even darker than that. I think I might have some from the last time I tried this project. This will give you a really good comparison of the ones that are made with eyeshadow versus ones made with, okay, those are not made with anything. Those just attached to my little baggie. Versus the ones that are made with reinker. Now these ones I made with just basic, you can see the color of reinker. It's like a reddish, a pinkish red color. They dye, I'm going to dump them out. They dye that color, and they dye darker than if you use the LA Colors or the eyeshadows. This is the eyeshadow, this is the reinker. I like both for different reasons. I think these would be great on a wedding card or a baby card, and these darker ones will work better on more holiday inspired cards or birthday cards. I just thought I'd show them to you. This one that has like a teardrop look to it, if you make one that comes out not so pretty, you could turn this, hold on, I'm going to put it in the right position so you can see it. You could make that into a balloon, and you could have 2 or 3 misshapen ones that are balloons. Just showing you that. So I think I gave you everything you need to know about a hot glue gun. The only other thing I would tell you, and I've never found a hot glue gun that did this, but it would really be nice if I found a hot glue gun where this was on a swivel and it turned all the way around so the cord doesn't get all twisted up over time. Just saying. Gorilla Glue people, could you come up with that plan in the future? Because that would really be handy. Anyway, that is everything I look for in a hot glue gun, and a little bit of a tip about what else you can do with hot glue besides glue things together. I hope you enjoyed this, that you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.